Denver 7's Katie LaSalle is here. Katie, you promised us some snow totals. I'm interested to see how much I'm going to have to shovel.
It's going to be a little bit of a doozy here. It's looking like mainly northeastern Colorado getting the biggest blast of heavy snow, but it's expected to become very widespread here across the metro area later on tonight. But yeah, this morning it's been partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies. It's still dry, chilly out there. Temperatures are in the low 30s downtown and out to DIA. Winds right now relatively calm, but those will pick up, as will the snowfall amounts. Radar and satellite currently showing dry conditions for the I-25 corridor and east, but already picking up some snow over the western slope down near Telluride, and our San Juan mountain range really going to be hit with heavy snow as well as we get through the course of this afternoon. For the metro area, it's going to be late tonight through Wednesday midday. We'll see the bulk of the moisture, and gradually clearing skies are expected by Thursday. But with this system rolling in from the west-southwest, it's going to drag in a lot of moisture, and a winter storm warning will go into effect at 5 o'clock tonight. That includes Denver, Boulder, north and east from Fort Collins and Greeley out through Sterling and Burlington. That's in effect until tomorrow at 5 p.m. Also, winter weather advisories for a big portion of Colorado's high country, and heavy snow and high avalanche danger remains over southwestern Colorado. Highs today will also be chillier, as you can see, over the Front Range and Plains in the 30s, still around 50 degrees down across southeastern Colorado with 20s and 30s into the high country. Here's a look at our statewide futurecast through midday. We will stay dry, but indicated here by the darker shades of blue, some heavier snow falling, making its way north into our central, then northern mountains, just west of the I-25 corridor. For the evening commute, we'll start to see some of that snow move in from the south, and it's going to be later on this evening, right around 8 o'clock, that it'll become more widespread for the Denver area and northeastern plains. Gusty winds, limited visibility, snow-packed roadways, icy spots. Definitely be careful if you do have any travel plans tonight through tomorrow morning. Snow-covered roadways expected here in Denver. This is 6 o'clock, and it still will be snowing through the course of tomorrow for a big portion of northeastern Colorado. Gusty winds remain, but we will gradually see the snowfall taper off Wednesday night through Thursday morning, and more sunshine is set to return, but it will stay quite chilly all week long. Jason, here's your snowfall forecast. Aurora right now looking at around 9 inches of accumulation. Could see around 10 near Castle Rock, upwards of a foot possible near Akron, and 3 to 6 into many of our mountain towns. But you head further to the west, 6 to 12 with 12 to even 18 over southwestern Colorado. So a super 7-day forecast that's going to stay chilly for us. The heaviest snow this week expected with this next storm. Another round of light snow possible on Friday, and then slightly milder and dry for the weekend.
Katie, thank you. And with all that snow that is expected to fall tonight, that's going to add on top of all the snow and ice that's still on the ground from the last major winter storm. Denver 7's Brandon Richard continues our team coverage with how Denver plans to handle all the snow. Brandon, any changes on deck from the last time around?
Oh yes, Jason, there is going to be a pretty big change because, as you mentioned, the problem is that weeks after our last snowstorm, there are still icy patches on many residential and side streets here in Denver, including this one here behind me. We're actually right outside of our station, and you can see this sheet of ice covers much of the road here on this particular street. Obviously, if you park on this street, that could be real problematic. Now, with more snow on the way today, the city says it will be better prepared this time. The Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, or DOTI, says it will not only deploy its big snow plows to clear the main streets like they always do, but this time they're also going to be deploying small plows for those side streets and residential streets. The city says those small plows, which are just basically pickup trucks with snow plows attached to the front of them, will be able to go down the center of each street over a 12-hour shift. Now, Dottie says the small plows do not carry de-icer, and they won't clear the street down to the bare pavement. Instead, they will create a drivable path to the main streets and will prevent deep ice ruts from forming. So the city is hoping that this strategy, this approach, will help alleviate some of the problems that we encountered during our last snowstorm as we prepare for yet again more snow later today. We're live in Denver. Brandon Richard, Denver 7.
And make sure you and I have to clear our sidewalks just 24 hours after the snow stops falling. Keep that in mind, Brandon. Again, thank you. Now, digging out some snow records, the amounts that are expected to fall has the potential to almost break one, maybe. The National Weather Service reports the top 10 Denver largest one-day snowfalls in January. And you see there at the bottom of that list, 7 inches fell in one day back in 1944. So any accumulation greater than that would basically put us onto this all-time leaderboard. We probably, though, won't break the overall record. That was set January 7th, 1992, 13.8 inches of snow in just one day.